before you call the cops, I just want you to know I am a Christian. I am often asked if I am Muslim. I'm okay with that. I'm pretty much convinced if you met my mother, you'd automatically become a better person. I can tell you every single word off the NWA Straight Outta Compton album. I can also sing you every single word from Oklahoma. I don't hate our president. I hate that anyone at all might possibly be afraid of me. I'm a proud man. I'm a proud black man. I just wanted you to get to know me better before you called the cops.
I don't want to sound racist.
I get nervous.
I'm always met with suspicion.
I have a right to be here.
I was just shopping. I don't have a racist bone in my body. I've done nothing wrong.
I work here.
Why is everything about race?
This is Everyday Racism in America, an MSNBC town hall event. From Philadelphia, here are Joy Reid and Chris Hayes.
Next, we explore the psychology behind why people call the cops when no crime is being committed.
And as we go to break, we went around the country listening to stories of bias in everyday life. Here's one.
It was surreal looking around and seeing all of this activity and understanding immediately what was happening.
When did things go wrong?
We were parking our vehicle, we were driving out, went out of the blue, police cars swooped down in front of us and behind us, and cops are jumping out of their vehicles, hands on their holsters, pointing into the car. Hands up, hands up, hands up.
At that point, I didn't even think he was talking to us because, in my opinion, we're just coming from Airbnb, we're going to where we're going.
The policeman said, "Do you guys know what's happening?" And he said, yeah, the neighbor called and said there were 3 black people stealing stuff.
They said like luggage and stuff.
Because there's 3 black people in the neighborhood. We tried over and over again to prove who we were, why we were there, and they still didn't believe us.
What would you say to those people who just say it was an incident, move on?
I would say I hope this never happens to your child. So you never have to understand what it feels like to be defenseless in a moment when you are right and they are wrong. And because of the color of your skin, your voice, your words are not enough.
I'm moving from DC. I'm sweating right now. I'm in my apartment. Somebody called the cops on me in my own building. Can't go nowhere without the cops following me. You know how it is.
Moved back to my city. It's Friday night. I'm about to go outside and start moving things into the building. I'm gonna make sure I'm not too loud, I'm not thumping. I was cognizant of that. I'm like, I'm not gonna make a bunch of noise here.
So what exactly happened?
So I was about halfway through my move. I'm tired, you know, I'm moving boxes up and down. I get into the lobby and I look at the door and I see blue and white, I see police. I look to my left, I look to my right, and I looked inside, I'm like, they're here for me.
What's the problem? I live here. I'm gonna do an investigation further. What do you guys investigate? Listen.
They immediately start asking me, who are you? What are you doing here? Then they play the dispatch.
Someone was trying to break into the door.
You know, responding to someone banging on doors, has a weapon on them.
We doing our job, that's it. Who called you? If you do nothing wrong, you good to go. Who called you? Someone called us.
This was somebody in the building who did not want me there. People don't realize the consequences of their actions. When you profile and you act on that profiling, you're reporting a crime. Reporting a crime that may not be in process. The only crime that you saw...
Your crime was living while black.
Living while black. In this case, moving while black.
Welcome back.
As black people and as a black woman, it always feels incumbent upon us to take the high road.
How does that play out in very real ways? You're talking about at the restaurant, at the grocery store. How does it actually work maneuvering in these spaces?
I was at a social venue, a music venue, and I had put my purse down, and I went back to go get my purse, and there was a white woman that had sat down with some of her friends, and when I went to grab my purse, she actually snatched my purse away from me and accused me of basically trying to steal my own purse. And so she did not give me my purse back until she had cleared with all of the people that she was with that the purse did not actually belong to them.
What were you thinking at the moment, and how do you even handle something like that?
With that instance in particular, I was extremely angry. I left. I actually had like tears in my eyes. I was shaking because I felt very confident that in that moment, had I reacted the way that I wanted to react, then the narrative becomes different, right? Then it becomes, you know, angry black woman this, and I do feel like I have to internalize it. It is just becoming even more frustrating and exhausting.